I have come today to save you. Picture this. You decide you are going in on your weight loss journey. You are going to commit to eating exclusively meals that are productive for your weight loss, only to find out you're eating meals that are completely wrong for your weight loss. Today, I'm going to prevent this disaster from happening to you by going through meals on Instagram that have been labeled as weight loss meals and answering the question, are these actually good for weight loss? And if not, what should you be eating instead? Hey, I'm Healthy Emmie. I'm a weight loss specialist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where you work with me as well as a nutrition coach and a mindset coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet. If you want to do that, click the link in the down bar. So I've searched the tag weight loss meals and let's see what we come up with. So the first thing that I see here is from somebody who is said to be low carb, which when you are on a low carb diet, please don't fall into the trap of thinking that you're burning fat. You are just losing water weight. When you don't eat carbohydrates, your body becomes very dehydrated, which is not healthy for the body, and your glycogen stores become depleted, which is why when you step on the scale, you see immediate fat loss. It's just that you're dehydrated and you're losing those glycogen stores. So please don't fall victim to low carb, because then what happens is you get super hangry because you're not getting carbs, which are the body's preferred source of fuel. You start eating carbs again, and then the number on the scale goes right up. So I do not love the low carb here. So it looks like there's a lot of great things on this plate. I love the vegetables. I love the cucumbers and the greens and the celery and the tomato and the cabbage. But what I don't love is that there's no source of starch on here. So instead of these animal products, I see egg and I see some sort of sausage or some meat. Let's get rid of those and let's replace these with a nice big sweet potato or baked potatoes or a bunch of rice or a bunch of quinoa. You need the starch to feel full. As Dr. John McDougall says, starch is to satiety as water is to thirst. So let's get rid of the animal products and let's put in a starch. All right, here is another example of, I'm seeing a lot of great things. I'm seeing broccoli, which is fantastic. I'm seeing mushrooms, which is fantastic. It's looking like these may have been cooked in oil or butter. So instead, I would steam these or I would water saute them. We don't want to be using any oil or butter. Those are super calorically dense. And then instead of the eggs, I'd get rid of the eggs because we don't want any animal products. And instead, I would do a sweet potato or a baked potato. I would do rice or quinoa. The avocado, let's see if you can have some avocado. Avocado is a little bit more calorically dense, so we don't want to be having huge amounts of it. It's a bit higher in fat. There's more calories, but you might be able to have a little and still be able to release weight. That's the change that I would make here. This is a drink that will instantly burn stomach fat. Honeys. There is no such thing. The way that your body burns fat is when you are eating less calories than your body burns. This does not mean that you have to count calories. When you do the Slim on Starch program, you naturally get your body into a calorie deficit just because you're eating foods that are high in volume, low in calories, and when you follow your body's hunger fullness cues, you will naturally find that you're in a calorie deficit and your body will turn to its excess fat stores. There's no one food that you are going to eat that is going to ignite fat burning. Fat burning happens when your body has to turn to your fat stores because you're not eating as many calories as your body needs to properly function. So it has to turn to your fat stores, and that's how weight loss happens. So this smoothie is not going to get you there. In fact, I really don't recommend smoothies for weight loss. We have to chew our food in order to feel satisfied. And if we are just sucking down a smoothie, if we're not chewing, then we don't give our brain the opportunity to experience the satisfaction that comes from just opening and closing our jaw. So instead of sucking down all of this food, actually what you want to do is eat this food. So you're better off just eating this within balance of the rest of your meals as opposed to blending it into a smoothie. All right, this is so close. So I love that we have leafy greens, we have corn, we have raw vegetables, we have potatoes, we have tomatoes. Let's double the amount of potatoes that I see here, and let's replace actually the meat that I see here. I think this is chicken. Yes, that's chicken. So let's get rid of the chicken. Let's double the potatoes, and then you have a weight loss meal. Now we have this beautiful yogurt. To be completely honest, it looks gorgeous. It really is an attractive. I might have to slide into this Yogurt Bowl's DMs because it is so beautiful. What I do love is that this is vegan yogurt. The person says that it's soy yogurt, but I wouldn't recommend this for weight loss. Instead of the yogurt, I would actually do oatmeal instead. Let's have a starch instead. And there's granola on here, and granola is super healthy, and it's an earthy, crunchy thing. When you think of somebody that's healthy, you think of granola, but granola is really calorically dense and high in fat. It has a lot of calories in it. I'll just put an example up here on the screen of how many calories are in this bag of granola, for example, and we could just hand to mouth eat a bag of granola, no problem, right? So let's hold off on the granola. Let's replace the yogurt with oatmeal. There's a lot of fruit in this, and I would save that fruit for a little bit later in the day as opposed to having so much fruit right at the beginning of the day. And then I would add in a vegetable as well. You could add some grated zucchini into your oatmeal. You could add some cauliflower in your oatmeal to help bulk it up a little bit and keep the calorie density low. All right, so we got a lot of work to do here. I do see beans. That is fantastic. Let's keep the beans in. Beans help promote satiety. They delay stomach emptying, so they help you feel fuller for longer. The eggs and the meat, those gotta go. We gotta get some vegetables in here, and we need some starch. So let's add any vegetables. Let's steam them, let's bake them, let's air fry them. I want half of your plate filled up with vegetables. And instead of the slabs of meat on the left, I don't even know what those are. We need a starch. We need potatoes, or we need corn on the cob, or we need farro, or we need winter squash. We need rice. Let's get some carbohydrates. Let's get some starch in here. It looks like we have here cucumbers and cream cheese as a snack. I'm not going to recommend this because there's no starch that's going to help you feel full. If you are looking to snack, if you want to have a little something, have what you would normally have as a meal, just have it in a smaller portion. So still get your starch in there, still have your vegetables in there, still have a little bit of fruit in there. There's no carbohydrates in this. You have cucumber, and then you have high fat cheese, which doesn't have any carbohydrates. So it might fill up your stomach temporarily, but you're not giving your body what it truly needs, which is glucose, starch, carbohydrates. That's what the body really needs. If you need a snack, you need energy, and this is not the body's preferred source of fuel. You're way better off having a piece of fruit at this time if you just need something to tide you over, as opposed to having this. And then it looks like another snack here is one of these protein bars that somebody's having. But to be completely honest, protein bars are basically candy bars. They're loaded with added sugar, and they have added oils, and they have chocolate, and they have sprinkles on them. Yeah, they've pumped in a lot of processed protein powder into it. That does not make it healthy. These are basically candy bars. They're super high in calories. I know they feel healthy when we have them, but they're very calorically dense with added sugars, added oils. They have whey, they have animal products. They're not going to be healthy, even the vegan ones, unfortunately. And even the ones that are, promoted as healthy vegan bars, like Cliff bars, for example, they're really high in added sugar and added oils. So they're not going to be great weight loss methods. If you want a free meal plan to get you started, I have one in my description bar. You can get it there. And if you want to work with me as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet, click the link in the down bar. If you need recipes, I have all of my cookbooks, but also the next video on the screen is going to be some recipes that you can use in your weight loss journey. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video.